Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Creative Convention Online. I'm sitting here right now in my element, so you can see where the magic happens, how the magic happens, and I am so happy to bring you in here with me into seeing a little bit about what goes into, you even get to see Lola, my dog. She comes to work with me a couple days a week. If she has to be in her kennel all day and all night, I like to have her come with me. Anyway, I want you to see a little bit of a snippet of what goes into Creative Convention. First of all, you're gonna see all those boxes in the background, right? Those are a lot of cardstock and things that we have to divvy up. Typically, we do offer make and take packets. They usually sell out within about a week. We have a maximum amount that we can do is usually 100, but typically we end up with 115, 120. My helpers let me slide a little bit more in there. But we spend a good solid 2 weeks getting ready for your make and take packets. There's 16 projects. And that's just what we send you. But then also the designing is there's wow projects, and then there's 4 optional classes. And so it is such a team effort, and we do it all because we love this so much. It's been, I think, 6 or 7 years we've been doing Creative Convention Online for a year, and we are still passionate and in love with it today as we ever are. We see the success that comes out of it, and we see the joy and the knowledge that's learned, and it allows us to have a convention, the power of a convention, right with our computers, and anywhere in the country and anywhere in the world. We have people joining us from every country that Stampin' Up! Is in, except for maybe Japan. But anyway, I'm so glad you're all here, and we love collaborating together to help us all succeed. The one thing I know about my team, and I have an amazing team with Erica Serwin and Carol Hickman and Celine Kempton and Michelle Litwiller, and this time we have Wendy Cranford with us, and we have Christy Davey, and we have Brenda Quintana helps me, and Pip Todman. I have a team of people that help, and my helpers here just with the punching. We have Susan Wolfer and Nancy Jones, and there's so many people that help with it. There's so many hands that go into this. There is one thing that we all embody together, and that is we just love to see each other succeed. We want to help that. We want to support that. There's no secret here that is not shared with you. There's not a rock unturned. Anything that we know that can help you, we share with you, and we try to do it in a duplicatable step-by-step way. So why do we do that? Is there this secret competitive nature with us? Well, of course. Anybody who knows me knows that I am one of the most competitive people that you have ever met. I love playing games. I love, competing with my kids, with my husband, with my family, with my friends. It is just a little fun thing about my personality. But I never want to compete within this business. I do feel very competitive, actually, but it's not with each other. We are all in the same company. We are all the same sisters under the same umbrella, but I want to compete with other craft companies. Stampin' Up! Is the most dynamic company, and we're going to keep it that way. We are a powerful direct sales company. Our numbers continue to be strong and grow, and we are a debt-free company. I don't want us to be like those other ones that continue to go bankrupt or that they go under. We've been, over our 30th year, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this company that is strong and thriving, where we choose to support one another and love one another, and when all of us are successful, then that means that I can do this for the rest of my life. And that's what my goal is to be a stamper for the rest of my life. I love what I'm doing. The relationships that I have built through this company, and I'm sure many of you, I never want to live without them. And so that means that I have a passion for your success. And so does my entire team that we have serving you and sharing with you. So, with that being said, that is the basis. So just know that what you're hearing, what we're teaching, what makes Creative Convention so unique is that you're hearing from current demonstrators, and I also work with hundreds and thousands of demonstrators of what's really working in our businesses today, or what we're really crafting and creating today. We're not showing you past material. It's all current and brand new. I think I've counted, and there's over 50 different projects that you're gonna see with directions and step-by-step instructions. So your investment alone should pay off in the creativity that's going to be sparked through Creative Convention, but not to mention the business tips that we're going to share with you as well. Erica's one where it's going to go through a timeline of a class, step by step by step. How hugely helpful. I'll be covering cash and carry items, and I'm going to cover with you on things about recruiting and your team, and then also just boosting your sales during Saleabration. So we've got lots and lots of things to share with you because it is the most powerful time of year. That is something I am 100% confident about, is that if you ever want to grow a business, now is the time to do it. Sometimes people come to me in the middle of the summer and I'll be like, ooh, this is going to be a little tough time, but you can do it. And when there's a will, there's a way. But then there's some obstacles you have to overcome because a lot of people are traveling, they're outside. But right now, people love to stamp and they love the freebies. Stampin' Up! Is coming up with all the tools we need to be successful. What you have to bring to the table is action and smart action that you know is going to work. And that's what we're going to share with you over the course of this entire weekend. So jumping in, a couple things I want to share with you. First of all this information, and I even know how many countless hours of information is there, is all going to be available on this website for 3 months. You'll have to access it until the end of May. And now it's mostly relevant though during Saleabration. So I hope you dive in and get as much of it in as possible. We'll leave the content up though until the end of May, because by that point we shut it down and we get ready for our new catalog, Creative Convention Online, that we do in June. So make sure that you download all of the PDFs and the tutorials. You can save all the YouTube links. So even though the site is going to be shut down, the content is still available, but you just need to save that content. But this website will be shut down. So you have 3 months to really take advantage of all of this, but then all the content will be available until the end of May. If you have any questions as you go through, or there's places to have your questions answered. If you just ask right on the blog post, Carol or I will answer. We have our live chat on Saturday where you can actually ask questions and we'll be there to answer them. So you can ask questions pertaining to the training, you can ask questions pertaining to the convention, and if there's time, you can just even ask random questions. But we'll be there for 1 hour for you to answer your questions. Now, if you're watching this past, then that live chat is gone. But you can still ask your questions right on every post, and Carol and I will check this. We're here all weekend long, and then we also will come back through the time when we see a post come through. Carol is phenomenal and she's so patient. So if you're having trouble with anything, you just have to reach out to her and she will help you absolutely. If you're listening to this though, I'm hopeful that you have found the site. Make sure you save this site, make sure that you bookmark this page. So again, you can come back over and over and over again over the course of the next 3 months. The last thing I want to leave you with is I always try to think of something that really is resonating with me and a lot of the reason why we do what we do. And I already talked to you about the power of this team sharing all their knowledge with you. And that is the basis of who we are and what we do. And we want to share with you and encourage you to share with others. That is what we're doing. So not sharing this content because this is a paid for content, but what I mean is sharing your goals, your dreams, what drives you, share your passions, share your schedule, share your intentions. You need to share this information with the people around you in order for you to be successful. I can't tell you how many people I talk to that I hear a couple things that I think hold people back from their success. Number one is I'll hear about, okay, so I'm encouraging you to go get new customers, to book a party, share stamping with your friends and your family and your coworkers. And I hear a lot, well, no one likes to stamp. Nobody wants to do what I do. Nobody wants to book a party. And I always feel a little sad about that. Like, there's nobody in your life that loves you enough to allow you to pursue your goals and pursue your dreams and to support you. It doesn't matter if you're selling dog food or you're selling stamps. They should say yes just because they love you and they want to support your goals and dreams. But what I've come to realize is that maybe we are not sharing those to begin with. And we're not sharing them with the people in our lives that do love us and are invested with us. It's very difficult to build your business from complete strangers. It can be done because you can develop relationships, you can develop trust, you can develop these passions in people, but it's definitely a little bit of a harder road, that's for sure. But dealing with people that already know you and love you, not even who cares about a crafting hobby, but they want to support you. But I think it boils down to sharing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story, and then again, because I think this is a common situation. But when I started Stampin' Up, I was loving it, and I was sharing it with a friend, and then we did it together, and I would come home and start doing it on my own. Well, my husband was not quite so enthralled with my stamping as my friend was I was sharing it with. So the first year was really difficult, trying to build a hobby, a stamp collection, and then eventually trying to build a business because I didn't have support at home. And my kids were like, Mom, where are you? And my husband and I had a lot of adjusting to do because, again, he wasn't sharing in this love that I had. He was just sharing in the fact that I was using my credit card and that he only saw money going out and didn't see money coming back in. Eventually, something kind of snapped, and I sat down with my husband finally to explain to him, this is what I want to do. This is my passion, my goals, my dreams. I know that I have to make money. I know that it's required because we need to be able to survive and pay our bills. And so I need to do this. I can make money with this, and I am. But I never showed it to him. I was always spending it on more stamps, or I was just using it in our checking account and he never saw it. Or I had it in my own account and I never transferred it over so he saw it. So what I realized is I was angry with him and very hurt. And at the end of the day, it was because I didn't share with him the important information that he cared about. So this might be a spouse, it might be a child, it might be a best friend, it might be a mother, it might be a grandmother, whoever you need to really, and it might be your downline, it might be a customer, a hostess, it might be somebody you want to help you build your business. And I needed my husband's support to continue on the path that I wanted to go on. Sorry, that's my heater kicking on. But it required me to share. So I shared with him my goals, and I shared with him my dreams. That this is my dream. I don't want to go work a full-time job and leave my kids at home. I believe that I can do this, and even more so if I have your support instead of butting heads with me all the time. I had to share with him my schedule. That was huge. I just do all these things and then I would tell him about it instead of telling them about it to begin with and then going on from there. Knowledge is very powerful for people. So sometimes you just have to give them knowledge. So once I shared my goals, my dreams, and my schedule, I got a whole lot more support. And not just from my husband, from friends around me that could care less about paper crafting, but they cared about me. They cared about my passions. And I had to share that with them. Like, listen, I am trying to earn this trip. At the time, it was to Hawaii. And oh my gosh, that's what we just did. But the very first year, 18 years ago, was the very first time Stampin' Up! Went to Hawaii. And that was my dream, was to do this. But I had to share that with other people. You need to believe in you and your dream and share that with people around you. So we feel like we're being pushy, or we're being self-serving, or we're being selfish, or we're being smarmy when we're talking about our goals and when we're talking about our dreams and our passions. And it's not. People who are around me know I exude a passion for my paper crafting business. And it's because I talk about it, and it makes my eyes twinkle and it makes me shine. And that is what's going to draw people towards you. Many people that I know and love in my circle of influence have had home parties for me. They've attended my retreats. They've had home parties with me. They've attended mine. They've had their own. My sisters and my mother and some of my best friends have had parties, and they don't even know what to get afterwards because they're not even paper crafters to begin with. And eventually we've changed all that, but they do it because they want to share and help support what my goals and my dreams are. So in order for Saleabration to work within you, and it can double your business, Saleabration can exponentially grow your sales and your team. It'll set you up to be able to use the rest of the year to foster and grow what you do right now. But in order for that to work, I need for you to be willing to share. Share with your support person, let them know, I've got some big goals and some big dreams, and these next 3 months are very important. So I need to work twice as hard. I need to not just work 1 day a week, I need to work 2 or 3 nights a week. I have home parties that I have to do. I will try to work around all of our family obligations. I will try as best as I can. I may miss a couple things here and there. I might need your help with laundry. And this is for your children in your home. This is for, maybe you have a parent that's used to having you around all the time, and you might have to get some help with that. You might have to have somebody help you. But you need to share these goals, these dreams, and these passions with everyone around you. Everyone that you come in contact with, they need to understand that this is how they can support you. How can someone support you? So I just gave you lots of instances, and we're going to talk a little bit about getting help, a little bit about delegating, a little bit about that. But this is not about people who have an established business. This is about people that maybe have an established business, but they didn't have a lot of support. And that was me that first year and a half. It was really difficult. And until I opened up to share with my husband, he didn't fully support me. And once I just communicated and continued to communicate and showed him on paper the money that can be made, the trip that could be earned, but the time that I need, he was so much more understanding and so much more supportive. And so I learned a lot from that. And so it's not just that, but it's also sharing with people that could attend your classes, bring all their friends, or to host a party for you so that you are meeting new people through them. There are hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people out there who love papercraft, who need a hobby in their life. They need you. They need what you have to offer. And you just have to get out there to find them. And the best place to start is all of the people that you have around you that even know who you are. And it takes you sharing. When I said a little bit about being smarmy, I'm not encouraging that. I'm not encouraging you to, be overbearing and this is simply coming from a place of genuine and sincerity, that sharing with people what you love, and then asking them, this is how you could support me if you would love to support me. And trust me, we're gonna have so much fun. If anything else, you're gonna get some cards, some free cards, maybe a paper cutter and some adhesive. I'm gonna make sure that you have a great stuff for free for helping me. Have them do it at your house so they don't have to clean. Offer what you have to offer to make it as easy for them as possible, but you need them to invite their friends to come over so you can all papercraft together, and they will fall in love with it. So that's what my tip for you today is to share. And not just sharing the opportunity, but make sure you're sharing with everyone in your life. There has got to be someone in your life who loves you, and there's got to be people that know you, and they might not even care about paper crafting. They might not even have, the problem is people see what you do and they're like, I can't do that. So it's not about that. It's just about them supporting you as a person, and then you'll help them fall in love with paper crafting. I believe in what we do so much that I know that when people sit down and we craft together and we stamp together and we do a class together, they fall in love. I trust my hobby. I trust our product. I trust everything about it. I just got to get my foot in the door. I just got to get the people in front of me. And so that's where, this is what I call circle of influence that you have in your life, that you need to use that as much as possible. So share with your support person. You need that. You need their help. You do. You are not a one-man show, and it's not any fun to do this alone. So find those friends, find those family members, co-workers. If you do have a partner or a spouse, ask them to share with it at work, but you need their support to make your goals and your dreams and your schedule really, really happen. So go out there and share. Don't keep it to yourself. Sometimes we get all up in this brain of ours and we forget to tell the people all around us what we're doing and what they can do to help us. All right, let's get started. It's time for Creative Convention to kick off. We have training sessions coming up. We have make and take sessions to go along with it. We have guest speakers and we have prize patrols, so much in store. I will see you again live with chatting on Saturday night. So we'll start a thread on our Facebook group, and then you can ask questions and I'll be there to help answer the best that I can. And we'll have Carol there and hopefully maybe Erica and a couple others that will help answer questions as well. So grateful for you. I can't wait to jump in and learn together, have fun together, and inspire, because working together is what's gonna make us all stronger. And I truly, truly believe that. All right, here we go.